How you doing? Thought I'd make another video, share my feelings about what's going on in my head, what I've been watching on YouTube, and stuff like that. Well, I shouldn't laugh, but I am nervous because I'm gonna talk about stuff that I never talked about before, really. I have mentioned it on a YouTube video, but people took no notice of what I had to say. Right now, I don't care what anybody says, right? My experience in Durham Jail Hospital, right, was real, right? And the stuff about Dennis Nielsen and that, right, is all true. But there was other stuff that went on in there, which I have talked about, Paddy. Now listen, this is the Davy Heslop, right? This is what I've got to say. I don't know why you've got a problem with me. You obviously have, which is fair dose, right? I haven't got a problem with you, right? But are you telling me that it sits all right with you, right, what Paddy's trying to do with me? Eh? How can that sit all right with you? If you are who you say you are, right, then how come you're sitting with Paddy while he's trying to manipulate me, right, into making some sort of podcasts concerning the Sears family, admitting to, I can't even fucking say it. It's that disgusting. No, Paddy, it didn't happen, and you know it didn't happen. You were gutted. You were gutted when you found out that I was in Lower Newton. When on that New Year's Eve, when that happened to Viv, when Viv was shot, you were gutted I was in prison. You thought I had information that might pull everything together. And this confession from Davy Glover, right? The details are not real, man. The details are they're made up details. Can you prove that they're more definitely the real details? Can you get credence, should I say, what you like to say? Can you get credence that them details in that statement are real details? No. That's why that statement never went any further or nothing, man. And you think, right, that trying to convince me that the Searses, right, that the Sears family, right, are wrong, didn't work. You didn't produce nothing. All you come up with was loads of stories. Loads of stories that cannot be, that have got no credence. I find it really difficult to talk about all this because it's got nothing to do with me, right? What happened in Durham Jail Hospital, right? That's where confession was made. Confessions was made in Durham Prison Hospital, right? By a man, right, who had getting off with a double murder in Edinburgh. right? Apparently he had dumped them out at sea, right, and got a not proven in Edinburgh High Court or whatever, what goes on up there, right? He had too much heat. He come back down here. He come down here, sorry, right? Listen, this same bloke, man, turned up at Glover's door, turned up at Davy's door at the bottom of James Street. I answered the door. He was shoot her up to shoot Davy. That's true. The same man I met in Durham Jail Hospital. Yes, with all the lunatics in there and that. And that's where confession, yeah, confession to the double murder up Edinburgh. And a confession on Viv. No, it's easy to blame the Sears family. It really is. It's easy to point the fingers at the Sears family. It's easy. But Pad, Westmoreland Road, right, Buddle Road, Benwell, Elsick, Scotchy, Benwell, West End, anybody who, there was orders that if Viv come into the West End, there was orders on the street to be reported because he was to be chased out of the West End with guns. Now, I had nothing to do with that. I was just a kid, man. Just a kid. And you're absolutely right. You did not order me to go and do stuff. No. The things that I was told to go and do, I went down to that pub. Down there, Stockton, the Rockers pub. I went down there with Davey, and then we went to the Oz, the Eclipse. Later called the After Dark. All night at raves. Them's the only two things. Oh, he sent us up Scotland. I got sent up Scotland. I got sent up to Berwick. They were the fishermen. Something to do with the fishermen. Nearly got myself savaged off big dogs. Right, and that's all I didn't do any violence. All the violence that I committed, the authorities know about. I've been done for. I haven't done any violence. That's why I come on YouTube. Now, when we're talking about what? Right, I want to, Anna Connolly. Right. Paddy dragged me into this and he had no business dragging me into it. I told him about what my experience in the hospital and stuff and that around the confession concerning Viv. Right, that's the truth. He chose to ignore it because he's obsessed with the Sears family and he just wants to point the finger at them. Now, I don't know for sure, right, what happened, who was involved. I don't know nothing about that. I was in prison. Even afterwards, there was loads of rumours about, and there was 3 or 4 names and families being put in for it, you know, but I don't know nothing about it and I feel terrible about the whole situation. Viv was a good man. He wasn't like us. He wasn't like us. That's the truth. He was a good man. and it upsets us. But what Paddy's saying is it's ridiculous, right? There's got nothing to back up what he's saying. No, me going on lie detector tests, lie detector tests. I'm not doing anything Paddy asked me to do, full stop. Not one single thing will I do for Paddy. Anna, right, this is the truth, right? I was put in Durham Jail Hospital, right, where I met a Scottish bloke from Edinburgh, right? He confessed to me about killing Viv Graham. He said he shot him, and then he said he went and he didn't say who he shot him for or anything like that. He admitted it. He admitted it on the ward, not just in front of me. He also admitted that he's two double murders in Edinburgh at the time. Dennis Nielsen was there. He was there. There was another West Ender there, definitely. So I wasn't the only one who admitted it at all. And that's why I don't believe, I don't believe, that's why I believe that no one from the West End in Newcastle harmed Viv. And that's why I believe, right, there's been no conviction so far. And the impression I was left with after that conversation, that the Rick, I believe it started in Gateshead. I'm not sure, I could be wrong, but that's the impression I was left with. This bloke then went on to, he was on remand on the hospital, and he was in the hospital ward when these confessions were made, right? And he had bad legs, he had HIV, and that's why he was on that ward, and he was highly dangerous. Yeah, he later got 25 years in prison because he bullied someone's house with a gun, and the gun went off, and a 6-month-old baby got pebble dashed in the head, and I think he got 25 or 24 years for that. He ended up sitting in Franklin on the hospital wing, like Sir Harold Shipman and people like that. I believe he got out of prison after he's 24 year, 25 year. So he must have managed to keep himself well with HIV and that and get out. So there we gone. There we gone. I've told the truth around that issue there. I did not meet the Sears family, the Sears brothers, Michael and Stephen. I did not meet them too with Davy, and I certainly did not hear any confession concerning Viv come out of anybody's lips from the West End. It's all been Chinese whispers. Nobody knows for sure what went down apart from the people who are responsible for it. And I know it's got nothing to do with Davy Glover. All the Sears family, all Paddy Conroy. interruption there. I just want to finish off this video to say there, Mum, that's my thoughts and beliefs around the issues, Anna, with the rumours around that kicking around the West End, did this one do, did that one do it? You know, I'm sure you've heard a few names over the years bandied about. But I really do believe that the reason why there's been no conviction in Viv's case is because the person who's responsible for carrying it out doesn't come from Newcastle. He come from out the area and he wasn't known in Newcastle. And I think because he wasn't known in Newcastle is the reason why he got away with it and managed to keep it quiet. I really don't believe the Sears family are responsible for this. I don't believe the Conroy family are responsible for this. And I don't believe Davy Glover had anything to do with this at all. I believe that the statement that Davy made and the details that were given in that statement, right, were proven to be false details. And that's why the statement never got any legs legally. Also, Davy was in a body belt, naked with a zoot suit round him, or a blanket. Yes, the West End was a mad place and there was a lot of violence going on. And I'm not sure, I went away in 95 and I'm not sure what went on after that. So I can only talk about my story and now I've shared my experience of what happened in Durham Prison Hospital. So, right, I'll leave it at there. And I hope that answers some of your questions because it's been hard for me to talk about this. So, God bless everybody.